Hey guys, so it's Tuesday afternoon, and as our group's resident cinephile and the whole idea of what I'm looking forward to this summer, I decided to do my top 10 list of the top 10 movies you should be seeing this summer. Number 10 is The Watch. Now, this looks interesting. It's Ben Stiller, Vince Vaughn, Jonah Hill, and Richard Ayoade. And they're like a neighborhood watch, and they find this alien tech. And the thing is, it's not some sci-fi movie, it's a sci-fi comedy. And it looks pretty funny. The best part about this movie is Richard Ayoade. If you don't know him, he's this British actor who is hilarious. Watch one episode of the show called The IT Crowd, and you will instantly fall in love with him. The Watch comes out July 27th. Number 9 is Lawless, which comes out August 29th. It is near the end of the summer, but it is still a summer movie. Now, this looks pretty cool. It is a gangster movie set in the South. It's from a while ago, Depression era, it seems. And it is Tom Hardy, Shia LaBeouf, and Guy Pearce. Three really awesome guys. Tom Hardy, if you don't know, was the main character in Warrior and Bane on another movie in this list. And Shia LaBeouf has done nothing but Transformers for a very long time. I think it's going to be great to see him doing something cool. And Guy Pearce is all around awesome. There's a bunch of other people in it, like Jessica Chastain is in this movie too. She's sexy and awesome, and the third reason is she's sexy and awesome. Next up is Reid, which comes out just next weekend, this weekend on June 22nd. If you don't know Reid, it is Pixar's latest movie. That's the number one reason to see this movie. It has gotten lukewarm reviews so far, but I'm confident in Pixar, even though people are saying they've kind of hit a slump with Brave. It's their first female main character, and they're kind of doing a small deviation with this, and they're focusing on sequels for a few of their next movies, which troubles me, and that's why I like Brave. It's going to be original, and it's going to be new, and it's going to be good, I think. At number 7 is The Bourne Legacy, which comes out on August 3rd. Now, if you don't know the Bourne trilogy, it was an awesome action trilogy with Matt Damon. Matt Damon signed on to do 3 movies, and eventually he was like, well, I don't want to do another Bourne movie. So he signed off of Bourne, and they're like, well, we want to do another Bourne movie. Who are we going to do it with? And who better but Hawkeye? Jeremy Renner is the new Bourne, and they're throwing a plot twist in there, being like, oh, well, there's more than one Bourne, just so you know. That's the interesting plot twist here. And I don't care, because it's a new Bourne movie, and that's just awesome. And, I mean, Jeremy Renner, he's a boss. Let's see. Number 6 is The Campaign. This movie looks hilarious. It is Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis running against each other in, I'm pretty sure, a mayoral campaign. 2 rival North Carolina politicians with presidential aspirations tangle with each other. Will Ferrell is the charismatic guy who's always won the race, and he's so confident about himself. At the last second, Zach Galifianakis comes in, this small-town guy with small-town morals, and is like, I'm running too. And just seeing these two go head-to-head, these two hilarious guys go head-to-head in a movie, I can't wait for it. August 10th. Next up is one that has already come out, and one I have already seen, Prometheus. Prometheus came out a while ago, and a lot of people are underwhelmed. It is an Alien prequel, believe me. Anyone who just says it's set in the Alien universe did not see this movie, because this is an Alien prequel, and it's a really well-done Alien prequel. Ridley Scott knows what he's doing. Besides the, honestly, quite predictable script, the visuals are stunning, the acting is great, Noomi Rapace is phenomenal as the lead, and it's a really good movie. I had a really good time watching this. It was definitely worth my money. Number 4 also comes out this weekend, Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter. I have been very excited for this movie for a very long time. If you don't know the background of Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, it is based off the book of the same guy who wrote Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. And for one, it's directed by Timur Bekmambetov. If you don't know Timur Bekmambetov, he was the director of Wanted and a little-known animated movie called 9. It wasn't like N-I-N-E, it was the number 9. They both came out at a very similar time. It was a really weird thing. It wasn't the best movie, but it was really well directed. And Timur Bekmambetov is awesome. I really like seeing him do more stuff. Secondly, it is produced by Tim Burton. Now, I know all of you know Tim Burton, and he's had some missteps here and there, but Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter looks like it can catch up with his cool style. And I don't really know the people in the lead roles, but it just looks cool to me. Number 3 is To Rome with Love. I'm not sure if that's going to come here during the summer, but it is opening very soon in New York and LA. This is Woody Allen's sequel to Midnight in Paris. Now, Midnight in Paris, if you didn't watch it, was an amazing movie, one of Woody Allen's best to come out. It was nominated for Best Picture, and for good reasons. This one has a much larger cast, and it's about people in Italy, and their romances, and the predicaments, and has tons of people in it. First of all, it stars himself, Woody Allen, and the list goes on here. Alec Baldwin, Penelope Cruz, Jesse Eisenberg, Greta Garwig, Ellen Page. There's so many awesome people in this movie. It's really ridiculous. He's gotten a great cast together, and I hope once it comes here, I'll be one of the first to see it. Number 2 is The Amazing Spider-Man. Comes out July 3rd. It is a Independence Day weekend movie, and I'm excited. It's another Spider-Man. It is a reboot of Spider-Man, but it doesn't matter because hell, it looks really good. For one, Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker looks awesome. I thought he was a little too old at first, but now that I see him in the trailers and I'm seeing him being Spider-Man and going, I'm Spider-Man, it looks really cool. And Emma Stone is in it, and I don't care if Emma Stone's hair is blonde and not ginger like it's supposed to be. She's still a really great actress, and Gwen Stacy is and she's playing Gwen Stacy, which I'm glad they took the deviation from the old series with Tobey Maguire and Drew Barrymore, and when she was Mary Jane Watson. And just because Emma Stone has that red hair and can play that part doesn't mean that you need to borrow from the old series. They want to deviate, and it's shown very well because it seems like it's well written, and although a lot of things have been given away in the trailer, the Lizard is an awesome villain. And, okay, if you haven't figured it out yet, number 1 movie to see this summer is The Dark Knight Rises. I cannot tell you how long I've waited for this, how many trailers I've watched time and time again, how many analyzations I have seen, how many things I've inferred, how many comics I've tried to read, and how many spoilers I've pushed away as hard as possible to get to this movie. This is Christopher Nolan's tour de force ending of his Batman trilogy. Batman Begins was awesome, so good. And then Dark Knight came out. I rewatched it recently, and I gained so much respect for it. It's so well done, and I can't tell you how excited I am for this. Christian Bale is coming back as Bruce Wayne and Batman, and then coming back into this is Liam Neeson as Ra's al Ghul. I don't know how he's playing into it, but that's just awesome. He's reprising his role from Batman Begins. I think it's in a flashback or something. I'm not completely sure, but that's still awesome. As I mentioned earlier, Bane. Tom Hardy as Bane. Now the thing about Bane is he doesn't usually have superpowers. The only superpower he had in comics and TV shows is this kind of fluid that he pumped through his veins, and he got huge and strong. He was very Solomon Grundy-esque. And this movie, he seems to be gathering an army and trying to take down Gotham with this army of thugs. And, I mean, only Batman can stop him. But with Batman, working both with and against, it's very hard to tell, though it seems like she is working with him, is Catwoman / Selena Kyle, played by Anne Hathaway. I could ramble on about this movie forever, but let me just say that Joseph Gordon-Levitt is in it, Gary Oldman, Marion Cotillard, Morgan Freeman is coming back, Michael Caine is coming back. There are so many cool people in this movie. I am getting midnight tickets, and I am seeing this as soon as possible. So that is my top 10 list of the movies you guys should see this summer. You know why? Because I'm seeing them too, and if you I'm going to try to get a review of all of them up once I see them. If you want to see them with me, just say the word, because I love sharing opinions on movies right after I see them, and that way I get better opinions of what other people think along with what I think. So, I'll see you tomorrow, Marika.